You know, I was speaking in my second point about activating your life energy. And one of the absolute most efficient ways that I have learned was when 1991 already, was introduced to the Five Tibetan rites. Now, it took me a while before I started to do these on a regular basis, but the last quite so many years I've been doing this as my daily morning practice. And I could tell you a lot about the Five Tibetans, but there is really information to read about it and where they come from and why they are called the Five Tibetans and what all the effects, you know, that they are good for. But mainly it's a rejuvenating, energizing, vitalizing, but also strengthening practice, because it really helps you to build the core muscles of your body, like the belly and the back muscles as well. So since I do these, I hardly ever have any back problems. But it also works on your hormonal glands, on your chakras to align and spin in the right direction. So many good things with the Five Tibetans, and I will add a link for you where you can read more about them. So I just want to show them to you. You always start, if you haven't done them, you always start with a minimum of 3 of each one, and you build up slowly over some time. So from 3, maybe 5, 7, 10, until you do 21 of each Tibetan exercise. So the first one is a whirling one or a spinning one. So it just goes like this, just spinning. If you find yourself going dizzy, it can help that you look at your hand. But the more you do it, the more you will be balanced in it, so that the spinning doesn't affect you in the same way. So this is the first one. When you stop, if you still are not used to it, you might want to stop and just look at your hands to focus, because your head might be turning. And breathing, very important throughout the exercises. We're going to move to the second one, which is where you lie down on your back, and I'm going to show you 2 variations. The first one is if you are more, I need to sit up, if you're more strong in your core muscles. So that's the first one. And you take the head and the feet, lifting them up at the same time. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Now, if you need to do it more slow for building up muscles here, there is a variation. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. So eventually you will then feel strong enough to do this one. And then you can also do them in a way that you take one breath between the exercise. I usually do them in a flow, so that's my way. The breathing can be in and out of the nose, or in through the nose, out through the mouth, or in and out through the mouth. So that's up to you. I usually do it now, breathing in and out through the nose. And once you have done your this second exercise, you can just stay here a bit and do some belly breaths before you move to number 3. So with number 3, it's good to have something to support your knees, and the feet, the toes are in the mat, and then you put your hands on the side, and it goes like this. The chin is going to your chest, breathing in, looking up, breathing out. Arching the back when you go up again. in the beginning you might want to do smaller movements. Always listen to your body. We don't want to provoke any pain. So, number 3. I usually like to end this one with going on my 4s and just doing some back bends and arching and rolling the back a few times together with the breathing. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. So this is not part of the Tibetan rites normally, it's just my own adding. And now we are moving to number 4. So with this one you are sitting on the mat and you put your hands at the side of your bum, and then you again do this chin movement, but here you will not breathe in until you come up. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. And again, remember that you can take a breath in between the movements if you feel like. So as you see, this chin is part of the chin going to your chest, because here we have the thyroid, and it gives the thyroid a massage, you can say. So it's kind of part of it. So remember to do that before you come up, and then you look up here. I like to end this one with 10 breaths here. Now we don't do 10 today, but that's how I do it. And then we are going to move to number 5. For this one, I like to do it on the anti-glide part of my mat. And I will show you here also the 2 variations. The first one is if you are strong in your, again, you're more practiced in your back, and you can do this movement like this. So chin goes to the chest again. Breathing in, breathing out. Relaxing your buttocks. Breathing in, breathing out. And as you come up, you press your heels to the ground, relax your shoulders. Sometimes the breath changes, like now I breathe in here and I breathe out here. So you just find your way. The variation of this one is to do like this, starting on all 4s. So we're gonna go up, breathing in. We're going to go down, breathing out, and then adding a half cobra, as they call it in yoga. Breathing in, breathing out. Like this. So when I have finished my 21, I like to stay here. The shoulders, remember to roll them back so that you're not up here with your shoulders. You want them to be relaxed back, and then you can push your bum to the sky. Look between, or look to your belly. And just stay here breathing 10 breaths. And then we add one more thing before we finish, because this muscle in your thigh can tend to be short in many of us, especially if we are sitting a lot. So we are going to do a little stretch for that muscle. You kind of put your feet a little bit apart you come down straight into the ground, and then if you want you can add this looking to the sky. And then of course we change over so that we do it on both sides. It's also okay to leave your hands down, you know, so if it's even too much to stand like this, you can also do it like this. And then coming up. I just show you some of my own little stuff that I like to do. And then coming up here. And then I like to end my Tibetans with what is called a corkscrew, where you twist the muscles of your body. So putting the feet parallel, one foot on the outer side of your knee, jump a little jump with your hip, roll over, put the inside of your knee into the ground, put the hand on the outer side of your knee, and then let the arm twist over, looking at your hand, breathing. And the hand here helps the knee to stay in the ground. And you stay here for an amount of breath that feels good for you, and then you roll over and you come back and you do it, of course, same to the other side, putting the foot on the outer part of the knee, make a little jump with the hip, roll over, put the hand on the outer side of the knee, and stretch your arm. The arm is put in a diagonal position because here is your breast muscle, and you also help to rotate the muscles of the spine, stretching them, twisting them. So the hand is not here, it's not there, it's really in this diagonal. Keeping the attention to not lift the knee, let the knee stay in the ground. And again, breathing for the amount of breaths that you feel is good. Coming back and just aligning and taking some breaths here. Putting the hands out to the side, the feet just rolling out. And again, here you can stay for a few breaths. This, for me, is a great start of the day. Like I said, it really helps my energy flow of the body. I usually sweat a lot when I do it, even if it just takes like maximum 10 minutes to do it. It really puts the whole glands to function, and yeah, it just makes me feel good and a great way to start the day. Thank you for being with me.